We're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1
touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They've got some guys who might need a year or 2 on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 33 yards that time.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle.
He'll try to run this one in, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Hines on the toss play. And some room to work. And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 64 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the
throwing now is Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Chiefs 3.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. He's settling in nicely here in the 1st quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And they give this time to the tailback. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Chiefs 3.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
At the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
gain of 12.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
At the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. And it's off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Is good. Makes the score Jaguars 10, Chiefs 3.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They run with Hines. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the...
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
Tagovailoa.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
And 3 at the 46-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Chiefs. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Tua. Looking for Bolden, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
First down, Jaguars.
Line time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Logan Thomas, incomplete.
This is third and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll kick things off in the AFC North. Two teams with intertwined histories, to say the least. Baltimore playing host to Cleveland, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in U.S. Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we...
Touchdown, Jaguars! A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. You decide to...
And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The pass. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. 2-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
The running back.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He may try hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. This is intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Goal to go.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he takes it in. Touchdown. touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
He is good.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
And those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And now here comes Kansas City. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is Hines. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
3rd and 2.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's brought in by Bolden. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Johnson.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Tua. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's caught.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Tua to throw again. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
Jason Myers for the
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation.
Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, it's Tua. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
1st and 10.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now they try the right side here. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. "39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Successful start to the drive. 17 yards and moves the sticks. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st down.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
It is good.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35.
Number 28.
Brought up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All the way doing stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold on, wait a minute, like don't make sense, I'm really getting it.